Alright, so I just updated this a little bit. I know I haven't pulled this out in a while, but I have a few things I gotta figure out. So first of all, yeah, look at how easy the AFK clone is. No, actually that's a dirty trick. No, he might require next to... Look at how cool he looks when he evolves. And he wants to be an adventurer and everything. But, he might only want 250 iron bars, but he needs a 20% boost to all campaigns, and I have no idea how much that requires of the AFK stuff. I have no idea what that'll be. I need to pay more attention to figure out how his stats grow in coordination. Like, I wasn't paying a lot of attention. Now it's up to 3%, and next time I'll pay clearer attention. Anyway, that's not really what we're here for, though. We're not here so much for him. We're here for dungeon level 3. I need to figure out what classes and types I need if I'm going to be adventuring in depth 3 dungeons. And earlier I went ahead and I wrote it all out. I haven't typed it up yet, but it's on this scrap of paper. Assuming I wanted to do all 3 depths, what would I need to do each dungeon? Not worried about the consumable items that the alchemists make, so, that's not even a concern. My concern is, what types of pets do I need? So, for example, over here I'd need 2 assassins and 2 wind elements. Of all things, there's no dungeon that calls for a wood element pet ever. I think neutral element is actually called by something, but never earth, weirdly. Which I guess makes earth pets the least valuable typing. But, well, we'll go over it. It's possible to have, in a party of 6, everything you need for the whole dungeon. And I think every dungeon wants at least 1 rogue. So, well, let's start. So, I don't know exactly which 3 dungeons I'd want to spec in. We're talking about depth 3, so this is a long time down the road. We're planning for the future. Alright? Let me go ahead and... Okay. So, if I want to do the scrapyard, I need a rogue, 2 assassins, and 2 wind. That's it. That's optimal. So, wind assassins or wind rogues would be the best, and wouldn't you know it, we've got a wind rogue. So you're going to find that we're all set on the rogue department already. Like, once I make the ghost a rogue, which is inevitable, I'll have 3 that'll be all the rogues I need. The fact that the goat wants to be a rogue, I don't even know what to do with. Like, I have more wannabe rogues than I can deal with here. Seriously, I think the goat has to be turned into something else, because I have no use for a 4th one. I mean, they'll still find extra items, which is good, but I'll probably turn you into an adventurer. So we're just going to kind of mark things over here on what I think I'm going to do, the plan. So right now, you are a rogue, definitely. And you are probably an adventurer, unless I change my mind. These are not set in stone. These are mutable. So, alright, so that's the scrapyard. Now, I don't know about these 2 wind types, because, I mean, I suppose if I sent the fairy and the reindeer both, that would be 2 winds. If later... There's not a lot of wind types left open to me, and this one's definitely going to be an adventure. I mean, this one's definite. Same with the box. We can... All right, let's weed out the ones that we can be absolutely certain of. The robot, there's no way he's going to be turned into a blacksmith. This definitely... The book's a weird one. It can change freely, so we can just leave that as I guess an asterisk. All right, Undyne. You could definitely make an argument for Undyne to be a rogue. For now, I'm assuming I'll go the adventurer route. Probably. Ooh, this one's tough. I need supports. I do. And I need wind type to be adventuring. Tentatively, we will call this a support. Hopefully I'll find another pet that wants to... Wait a sec. We can look. Didn't the panda? No, not the panda. Yes, the panda. Support. Aha! So it might actually be the panda that gets a support role. The Pegasus could be a wind type for me. Could definitely be a wind type for me. But we'll ignore... We'll just work with what we've got in front of us, and then I'll change it later on based on which pets I get. Let's not count the chickens before they've hatched. New pets that don't even exist now will come into the game, probably before I'm at depth 3. I mean, realistically. Alright, you're definitely an adventurer. I mean, 200% to items and wants to be an adventurer. You can't deny that. You never know, I might want a third alchemist. You know, I might need you to... No. You are a growth monger. You gotta be. Okay, the same for you. Who else here? The shark? Is that everyone? Okay, so those are very probable. We'll... Only with great reluctance will we change some of them into other classes. Oh, and you. Okay. Water assassin, huh? We actually don't have enough wind types just now. I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go. So anyway, that would be if we wanted the scrapyard. We'd need one more assassin, at least. I mean, you're going to want to be in the water temple. Maybe we can find a way around that. All right. You'll be an ass. All right. Alright, we've got the or the scrapyard by itself potentially squared away. As long as it's not used at the same time as the mountain, because then, you know, there wouldn't be enough wind types to go around. As long as we don't do that, we should be good. Alright, now the water temple is way complicated. We need 3 water types. Fair enough. A blacksmith. We got the hermit crab. Good to go so far, right? 2 supporters and a rogue. No, seriously. Blacksmith, 2 supporters, and a rogue. That's 4, and then 3 have to be water type. Pain in the ass. Alright, so rogues, we got rogues. We're good on rogues. They're not water type, unfortunately, but, you know, assuming that we get the ghost, like, we got something for you. Alright, so that's a start. Support. Ooh, that's hard. We'll come back to that one. We've already got the blacksmith. We've already got enough water types kicking around. We need a water support. You'd think there'd be a heal mage that was a water healer thing. There isn't. So this is actually a bit of a problem. A supporter that's preferably... Well, we don't have a supporter here. A supporter that's water type. I'm a little reluctant to do this, but I've already got 3 blacksmiths. So I'm going to tentatively say that the octopus wants to be a supporter. Then theoretically we could have 2 supporters as long as, you know, again, we run into the problems of not having enough wind types with the wind temple. If I take the fairy, we really need more wind type pets. That might come to be a real problem. I might find myself later on changing the chickens class. I've been really happy having it be an adventure. Don't get me wrong. It's been awesome because it's contributed to the growth of so many of my pets. But as I get Undyne and other pets that take the places, at this point, you're a 38 and this is a 35. 3% ain't that big a deal to put Cupid back in and take the chicken out. So this could potentially be class changed into an assassin, to give me another wind type and another assassin. It would actually be perfect for the scrapyard, being wind and assassin, filling 2 at once. So that's definitely on the table. I'll get a class change token fairly soon, like 3 more pets, so not a big deal there. Volcano. 3 fire, a blacksmith, and a rogue. Is that it? That can't be right. That's too easy. After what the water puts me through, the volcano's like, you know, bring some fire types. Let's see, 3 fire elements, a blacksmith, a rogue. There you go. I mean, they're not the most exciting events. The rogue, yeah, you want the rogue for the spikes also. There's traps like that. Most of them require items, though. I was keeping an eye on those. So, all right, we're good. I think we're good. Let's double check. I mean, 3 fire types, okay. I mean, you know, let's see. The squirrel, there's rogue and fire. You take a blacksmith with you, not an issue. And then you just need to make sure there's 2 fire types in there. The book. The dragon. Done. I'm going to go ahead and mark you as my mage. Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen with the dragon. Because we will need a mage later for another reason. So that's the volcano. The forest is so ridiculous. It doesn't care. It doesn't care if there's any wood elements. It doesn't. The only thing it wants is a rogue and 2 assassins. Well, aside from the fact that I cannot run it at the same time as the scrapyard. Because if I tried to run it as simultaneous with the scrapyard, I'd need 4 assassins. There's no way I'm getting 4 assassins. There's no way. Unfortunately, this is actually a little bit of a problem, depending on what I want to do. I might ignore the monster prodigy and just try to fight my way through them. I mean, 1 monster at random gets 50% more hit points is not a big deal, actually. It really isn't. So, I might just play through that. See, here's the thing. Because the scrapyard, of all places, decided to call for wind elements to give you stat points, and at a 20% rate. I mean, look at this. 3 pet to the whole party. This is less than that. You get some GP, of course, but even this is less. The forest here. Okay, there you go. So the scrapyard and the forest are the best places to get stat points, with the mountain being slightly less good. So you'd want to run these simultaneously. If you were going pure stat growth, you'd have 3 maxed out parties in the scrapyard, forest, and mountain continuously running. But that would be stretching your resources a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Which ones I can run simultaneously are going to be an issue as pets share roles and things. So that brings us to the mountain. Now, the mountain is the most complicated place of all. It needs, you ready for this? 2 wind, 2 neutral, a blacksmith, 2 defenders, 1 rogue, 1 mage. Yeah. So we got the rogue, the blacksmith, and the maid. Guaranteed. Got those. 2 defenders. That could be a problem. Neutral and wind. Ugh. I don't know how you can run the scrapyard and mountain simultaneously. Like I've been saying, wind is a short. So we've got the mage. The defenders are going to be an issue. This isn't even talking about party composition for making sure every party has, like, access to defenders and supporters and things. This is just the events. I'm going to go ahead and tag this one an adventurer for the time being. He's a candidate to be something else. Whoops, stuck on it. Okay. Defenders. This is going to be a real problem. I kind of want to class change the dog into adventurer, but I'm not going to even commit to that. Let's see. We've got potentially a couple alchemists here. I don't know that I need that many alchemists. These could potentially be anything, frankly. I mean, I like the Firebird giving the level up bonus, but I don't really need it to be an adventurer or the Gold Dragon. They can be anything. They actually have freedom. They could be alchemists. They could be defenders. Where's the whale? There should be a whale here. I know I have the whale in here. It's missing. Something bad happened to my whale. Because the whale wants to be a defender. Actually wants to be a defender. That 35% in growth campaigns, though, pretty hard to ignore. Let's take a look around for a second. You want to be a defender, but you get plus 25% in all camps. We'll find extra mighty food in food campaigns. Well, this would be really good for gathering Easter eggs. Yeah, that's the only positive thing I can say about it. Mr. Donut! You're so stupid. You could be a defender. You could definitely be a defender. He's a very likely candidate. The donut will save us. Block all the incoming blows with the donut. Okay, you want to be a mage. You're good at level ups. You're a wind type, so you're quite possibly a good target to be a defender or an assassin. An assassin in particular would be good on the Pegasus. As strange as that is to say, this Pegasus sneaks up and hoofs you to death. Back hoof! Crunch! Got you right in the spine! Yeah. This is a likely candidate for an assassin. You want to be a supporter. Might happen. It might happen. I kind of think he'd be a good defender. Big old ball of, actually, that 300% food campaign thing would be really nice every time the chocolate factory rolls around, actually. I mean, is that enough to argue that he should be an adventurer? I don't think it is, but my gosh, it would be tempting. Anyway, every time the chocolate factory rolls around, he'll probably stop dungeoning and start campaigning for food. Still, could be a supporter. There's no reason not to make you an adventurer. There's no real reason not to make you an adventurer, but you are wind element. You could be an assassin, but... And you could be absolutely anything. Oh man, if I had you. It might follow you if you see it once in every elemental dungeon. Anyway. We'll figure you out later. Do I have to beat the bosses, or do I just have to see it? I wonder if it's possible I could see it. Let's not concern ourselves with that right now. So anyway, very likely assassin, supporter, defender. Those three in particular. Very likely. So, for now, tentatively, I'm going to say defender, defender. For now. And those are very likely to be altered. The penguin might be changed. If I get a hold of the Pegasus and make that an assassin, I'd be probably happy with 2 assassins, wouldn't I? Maybe I need 3. Maybe every party should have an assassin. I don't know. There's no way I'm going to get to 4 of them unless there's a whole lot more pets show up. This is all right. This is all right, I think. Wish I could wedge more adventurers in there. Adventurers are good, okay? Actually, I've got most of the, like, the only adventurers that really matter. I mean, item campaign ones are good too, okay? Item campaigns are good. Let me... This thing is in the corner of my eye and it's annoying me. There. That's a reasonable pull. Oh, good. Anyway. These all need to be adventurers. These are the ones that need it. Item campaigns and other things are nice and all, but it's just the growth campaign. I really highly, intensely value as many adventures as possible in the growth campaign. Yeah. I'm very likely to swap the chicken and Cupid and class change that into an assassin. Actually, with that as an assassin, and then if I did do the Pegasus as an assassin, that's 2 wind assassins. That would take care of the scrapyard so thoroughly. And then I could have the cat and possibly, who'd I mark? The cat and penguin could be with the other 2 parties, or they could double up in the mountain to be assassins there. Either way. Let's see how we're doing. So I set this to difficulty, I think, 5. The penguin is still getting his butt kicked. But... let's see. I think I can... This was only a hour and a half. I'm going to try difficulty 6. I'm slowly ticking my way up. Aside from the penguin and Phoenix, we're doing fairly well. I do hope that he levels. It's hard for him to level when he keeps getting knocked out all the time. Yeah. So, we have a plan. But, as they say, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. We'll have to see if things actually work out. Oh, you guys didn't even see what I just did. Whoops, I'm sorry. I was mucking around here, looking at the damage on the HP of everyone, and decided to up the difficulty 1 step. Anyway, no plan survives first contact with the enemy, blah, 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 we do this. Also, you can see that Undyne isn't even, not even thinking about it, because, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many steps and how much work it's going to be to get her up there. You know, I have more alchemists and blacksmiths than the other classes combined here. Assassin, rogues, and support are outnumbered by the crafters. Just noticing. Alright. I really should just gather 50 lucky draws and evolve this thing, shouldn't I? It would find more lucky draws in the long run, right? But I want pets now. I should just do it. I should just do it. Brings back let's see, a pet at 100% brings back less than 1 lucky draw per day, realistically. Upping it by 30% approximately. It'll take a little while to get there, but we'll just use that as a working figure. I don't. It's super sketchy. It probably would take half a year to pay me back on lucky draws. But it'll find pet stones and other things too, and it just bothers me that it's not been evolved when it costs so few feathers and it would be so easy to evolve it. I mean, look at that. It costs almost nothing. It's ready to go. Why? Why do you want my lucky draws? Anything else? Look, here. Tell you what. Would you like liquid? Would you like V2? I would give you 10 of each. The liquid and the pill. Both of them. Take them. 20 each. I don't care. Shadow summon. Eat a shadow summon. Go ahead. Why do you want my lucky draws? Those lucky draws, they have pet stones in them sometimes. They have stat ups. They have good stuff. Why do you want my lucky draws? Why? Anyway, we'll just keep rolling along. All right.